Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great value price Class A motorhome from Parkway RV Center. Today we're looking at a 2000 model, 2001 model Winnebago Adventurer 35U, and I just did a video on another 2000 Winnebago Adventurer 37G. I just got it on trade as well, and I'll put the link in the video description to that one if you want to see it. They're both nice units. They're both trade-ins. Both priced to sell. This one right here is a 2000 model. It's 35.5 feet long. A lot of nice upgrades on this one, folks. It's a double slide, only has 65,000 miles. Ford 6.8 liter Triton V10, 305 horsepower. Most powerful gas engine you could get in 2000. Now I call this a 2000-2001 model for a reason. This is, in all practicality, it was sold new as a 2001 model. However, sometime over the last 16 years, the previous owners, or one of the previous owners, titled this thing as a 2000 model Ford chassis, because all motorhomes are built on year-old chassis, and the VIN number shows that. And this is something that most people catch, and they get it corrected. However, this one, it wasn't caught, wasn't able to get it corrected, so I have to sell it legally as what's on the title, which is a 2000 model Ford chassis, even though it's a 2001 Winnebago Adventure. Which, I know it's not no big deal, because this particular year model motorhome, a year or two or three on the year model is not going to make much of a difference. But I just want to make you aware of it. This is actually a 2001 model instead of a 2000. That is something you may or may not be able to get corrected at your state's DMV office. I'm not going to mess with it, folks. It's a lot of headache just to gain a year model. But if you want to mess with it, you're more than welcome to try to get it fixed. But I'm going to sell it as a 2000 model. Just keep things simple and no surprises. But this is a 35.5 foot. It's in amazing condition for the year model. Tires look great. 5500 Awning generator running right now. They've upgraded to a power patio awning. Both slide outs have awning toppers. Power steps, no delamination. This came out of North Carolina. Now, folks, I know it's a 17-year-old vehicle. And y'all excuse me, I got generators running on each side of me here. But for a 17-year-old vehicle, this is pretty nice. Especially considering that they were, back then, they were $100,000 new. And here it is for $75,000 less. 5500 Awning generator, and you can see how quiet that is, or hear how quiet it is, I should say. Of course, Winnebago, one of the premier brands in the RV industry. I've owned two of them myself. I used to own a Winnebago Adventurer, this same year model, so very, very familiar with them. Why I like Winnebago of the other brands is simple, and that's why we buy so many Winnebagos and sell so many Winnebagos and Itascas. They're the only brand that build 80% of their own parts in-house. They're the only brand that has their own in-house frame shop. In other words, each frame is custom built for that particular motorhome. Winnebago wasn't happy with the quality of the frames that they were getting from the aftermarket vendors. The same aftermarket vendors that build frames for all the other manufacturers out there. So they actually did something unprecedented and built their own multi-million-dollar frame shop. So in other words, each one of these frames in these motorhomes is not built to be shared with other brands. It's built by Winnebago engineers and by Winnebago's factory for their products only. So you've got a steel frame or steel cage frame in the front with aluminum frame in the back. Very safe. They ride and hit the road great because of that, folks. There's not a lot of sway in them. They've got a great stiff ride to them like you would want a motorhome to have. And that's because they build their own frames so they can control how each and every weld is applied to it. You've got a driver's side door. You've got the HWH Hydraulic Leveling Jacks. Got the store more cargo bay system where the cargo bays come out with the slide out. That's a Winnebago exclusive. Winnebago also has a standard low maintenance fiberglass roof versus a rubber roof that other brands use. This right here has very, very little maintenance. 20 minutes a year is all I spend on mine, folks. And Nothing to it. Let's take a look inside this adventure. And I'm going to show you. Now, they have customized the inside a little bit. And I'll show you that. And we got a buzzer, something going off here. No idea. Oh, my jack's down. Okay. That's because the jacks are down. That's what that is. Sorry about that. Sony backup camera. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it works. I must have a jack down just a smidget or something, but it works. I know it looks jumpy on the video, but it's just because of the refresh rate of that CRT monitor versus this camera, so it makes it look jumpy, but it's not in person. Let me go ahead and cut that off. That's going to drive me crazy. Well, at least we know the safety system works. HWH Hydraulic Leveling Jacks. This is all fiberglass crowned roof. Of course, Winnebago's known for their roof systems. They're built to last for decades. That's why you see so many Winnebagos around from the 60s and 70s, because of the way they're built. Seats look great. It's got the optional coach heater in this year, which is optional. What that does is when you're driving down the road, Winnebago engineers understood that 80% of the heat generated by your motor is wasted. So they designed this coach heater system. And what it does, it actually heats the bedroom off the waste heat from the engine. Not the exhaust, but the waste heat that would normally be lost. And it heats the bedroom, so if you're camping in the wintertime or it's cold out, you can get your bedroom nice and warm before you even get to where you're going. Plus, it also has an added benefit. They actually route the ductwork around the water heater, so you get a free tank of hot water without having to run your propane or electric water heater. Dash looks great. It's not picked apart by pets like you see in a lot of motorhomes. Pets love sitting on the dashes, and cats and dogs, and they always pick them apart with their claws. It looks great. Windshield looks great. Got the sunshades that come down. TV, looks like they've upgraded it to an HD flat screen TV. Over here, got the original factory VCR, and it's these Winnebagos in these years model had, if I remember right, this was a 130 watt inverter, so you can actually run your TV while you're driving down the road without having to run your generator. 2 DVD players. I'm going to assume that probably one of them doesn't work and they just didn't take it out, and the other one does, so probably this one on top works and the one on the bottom doesn't. Crossover box, so you can watch, like you can put a DVD in up here and watch it on the back TV instead of the front one. Let's see what else we got here. That's just more storage, and that's to hook up a satellite receiver. So backup camera works great. The previous owners also put hardwood floors in. Beautiful. And these are real hardwood floors. These are not the Perco or whatever you call it, the fake wood ones, or the linoleum. This is actual real thick hardwood floors like you put in your own home. However, and this is a really common problem with Winnebagos, because this was designed to be used with carpet. And Winnebago's slide outs are so precision engineered that when you put hardwood floors in here, because these are 3/8 half-inch thick hardwood floors, they're actually a little higher up than the carpet would be. Well, guess what happens, folks? Slide out's going to scrape a little bit, and the only way to cure that is to either take all these hardwood floors out, which there's no way I would for that little scratch right there. And what you want to do is either replace it with a carpet like it's supposed to be in it from the factory, or linoleum, because linoleum's so thin compared to these real hardwoods. But every Winnebago that you put real hardwood floors in that came from the factory is going to do that exact same thing. I've seen it several times over the last 20 years out of Winnebago products, and that's just because the slide out system is so precision engineered to fit right that when you change something that was designed from the factory, stuff like that happens because this floor is higher up than the original carpeted floor. But other than that, it looks beautiful. I mean, I would hate to take all this out because somebody spent a lot of money doing this. You've got a fold-up table, a little swivel chair right here. You got real Korean countertops, solid wood cabinetry. They use a protective glaze on their cabinets, and that's why you see cabinets in 40-year-old Winnebago motorhomes that look just as good as this one. Table, booth makes a bed. Your sofa makes a full-size bed. You can sleep up to 6. This unit has got the basement ducted air system, and it doesn't have the rooftop units like most other motorhomes have. This is actually built by Coleman just for Winnebago products. It's a residential style air conditioner system, and it's 10% quieter than the twin ducted roof units, and it's 40% more efficient. In other words, this is going to cool your RV off a lot quicker. Plus, you get the added benefit, you only have one air unit to worry about instead of 2 air units that you have to service and maintain on the roof, so your cost of ownership goes down. And it's cold. I don't mind showing you. I can't imagine anybody wanting an air conditioner colder than the 20s. In fact, I think it's cold. Yeah, this is easily going to get into the teens, folks. Wow. I mean, literally, you could open the fridge up and turn it off and just leave the air conditioner on high and probably keep everything cool and keep it from spoiling if you wanted to run it that cold in here, because that air is ice cold. One other thing that I noticed the previous owners did the hardwood floors. They also put in some surround sound speakers. They put in these that power awning, which is about $2,000, and it's got almost a brand new, instead of just sticking an electric fridge in here, they stuck almost a brand new 8 cubic foot Norcold refrigerator freezer with ice maker. Folks, that's $1,700 right there, and it works. I mean, it looks brand new. That's a new style. It's only been out for less than 2 years. Negative 30 degrees in the freezer, and wow. Of course, I've got it turned up all the way. I mean, you're going to turn it down to about half on the thermostat to keep this from happening, but you can get these things so cold that anything in your fridge will freeze. And that's cold. And like I said, that looks brand new. You've got a microwave convection oven. You've got an LP stove top with the heavy Korean tops, which is really good because they make these things so heavy so they don't rattle when you're going down the road. You know, most motorhomes you go into, your stove top and stove cover always rattles. That won't. Like I said, Winnebago is a well thought of, well engineered product. That's why I've had 2 of them, and that's why that's one of the few brands that I would personally own myself if I bought another one. Or when I buy another one. Like I said, though, Coleman Mach, this is the one stop for all your controls, your tank monitor, your house batteries, your power management system, water heaters, water pump, generator start and stop, and you can also do that from the dash too. But everything's right there in one place. Really nice bedroom. You've got that second slide with the closet and the bed in the slide out, so you've actually got a big slide right here. And got the queen bed. At the foot of the bed, you've got a big get ready area. You can put a TV up there if you want to. Now, we can put one in if you want to buy the TV. We won't charge you anything to put it in. You know, you just pay us whatever the TV cost. You know, a little trickier to put the newer TVs in because the CRT was square and the new TVs are rectangular, but we can put a panel on the front of it and mount the TV to that and make it look good. So, like I said, if you'll buy the material and the TV, we'll put it up for free. And a lot of you, like myself, I don't go camping to watch TV, folks. My TV's been on maybe 4 or 5 times in the 4 or 5 years I've owned my personal motorhome. If I want to watch TV, I'll stay at home in my lazy boy and watch my 70-inch TV at home. So I'm not going to watch it when I'm out in the camper. I'm doing stuff outside. Carpeted headliner. Of course, you've got a fantastic vent fan. You can see it's got the molded surround. Hardwoods look really good in here. I'm going to tell you, folks, it wasn't for that little scratch that slide out causes, these hardwood floors would be ideal to put in every RV, but that's just not doesn't fit the way they're designed to operate. But it's not going to hurt. And these hardwood floors have probably been in here for years. And that slide out's been running in and out for years. So it's not going to hurt anything. But you do have that scratch there. Anyway, folks, nice motor home. It sleeps 6. Very affordably priced at $24.9, and that's going to include a major systems check by our certified RV techs. Let me go ahead and get my disclaimer out of the way, and you're more than welcome. If you've watched my videos and heard this before, you already know what I'm about to say. You're more than welcome to mute it for a couple of minutes or fast forward a couple of minutes. But this disclaimer is, I do this. I don't like to do it, but I have to, so there's no misunderstanding, no drama, no trouble when you pick this motor home up. This disclaimer is this, folks. This is a 2000 model motorhome, actually 2001. Let me show you that real quick if I get into that, because I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Right here is the build sheet, and you can see right there, folks. At least I think you can. 2001 model, 35U. But it is titled as a 2004 chassis. So it is technically a 2001, but we have to legally sell it as a 2000. But my disclaimer is this, folks. This is a 17-year-old motorhome. It's not new. New, it was $100,000. Now it's $24.9. It's $75,000 in savings. That $75,000 savings comes with a price that everybody has to pay when they buy a used RV, whether it's from us, from another dealer, or for sale by owner. That price you have to pay is to save that $75,000. Everything on this motorhome except for the tires is 16 or 17 years old. The interior, the exterior, the appliances, the furniture has 17 years worth of age, 17 years worth of use. It's not going to be perfect, folks. There's going to be imperfections. There's no such thing as a perfect used RV. You know, folks, what we concentrate on when we check one of these out is the functionality of it. In other words, when you pick this thing up, you're going to see that your jacks work, that your slide outs work, your generator works, your roof air, or excuse me, your basement air works. We're going to make sure the propane systems work, the stovetop and water heater work, and there's no leaks in your propane system. We're going to make sure all the plumbing faucets work and there's no leaks in the plumbing system. We're going to make sure your water heater, gas and electric works. We're going to make sure your refrigerator works on gas and electric. We're going to make sure all your fans work. We're going to make sure your drawers and cabinets open up like they should. We're going to make sure your sofa and table fold into beds like they should. We're going to make sure this motorhome runs and drives like it should. We have ASC mechanics on staff that drive these RVs when we sell them, and if there's any problems we need to address, we take care of it. That's what we do, folks. Now, as far as cosmetic issues, that's part of buying a 16 or 17-year-old used motorhome. I can't do anything about it. I can't make it brand new without charging you a brand new price of over $100,000, and now they're $140,000. So, that being said, and I'm not trying to discourage business, but I sell 500 to 600 used RVs a year, and I'm trying to prevent problems before they start. Please don't come in here expecting these to be brand new. Don't come in here picking these apart, because all that's going to do is we're going to just go on to the next customer. We sell 500 to 600 used RVs a year. We don't have time for drama and games. We don't play drama and games, and we don't take it either. So, you know, we've been doing this for 49 plus years. These are used motorhomes. They're not new. If you're the kind of buyer that's always purchased new cars, new construction houses, new everything else, buying a used RV may not be a smart choice for you. I know everybody loves the idea of saving $75,000. But, like I said, a lot of people, 9 out of 10 are fine with it. But there's always that 1 out of 10 that doesn't want to pay the cost of saving that $75,000, and that is you're buying a used RV with 16, 17 years worth of use and age to it. And there's nothing I can do about that, folks, not without charging a new price. So if you're the kind of buyer that's going to pick it to death, that's going to demand perfection, that's always purchasing used RV, new everything, buying a used motorhome may not be a smart choice for you, and I would recommend buying a 17 model, even though it's going to cost you $140,000, because that's the only way you're really going to be satisfied. Even though new RVs are imperfect too, but they have no use to them. They have no use on them, no age to them. So That's why they put warranty on new RVs, because the average new RV comes with a 2-year factory warranty, and it's going to come back to the dealer for warranty work 3 to 4 times in that 2-year period. And most of the time, the warranty repairs are stuff that wasn't even right from the factory. So keep that in mind. If it's man-made, it's not perfect, but it is new. Now, for those of you who know what used is, you know what used means, you know there's not going to be perfect. That's why it's $24,900, not $100,000. I can definitely help you out. This unit will be checked out, ready to go when you pick it up. It's going to be a nice motorhome, and it really is. The more I look at it, the nicer it looks to me. And I know I'm looking at it in person, and you're not, so I know you can only go by my word in the video and pictures. But I look at a lot of motorhomes, folks. I mean, I look at more motorhomes in a day than any of you will, most of you will, in a lifetime. And I can't tell you how many 2000 Winnebagos Adventures I've looked at, and believe me, I used to own one. So I used to own a 2000 Adventurer, so I'm very familiar with them. I think as you look at this one, this is going to be one of the nicest ones on the market in this price range for this year model. I think this one right here will do everything a $60,000 or $50,000-$60,000 used motorhome will do, that may be a couple of years newer, may have an extra slide. But I honestly believe this one right here will do everything that motorhome that costs twice or 3 times as much as this one does will do, and it'll be used too, of course. And this one's going to save you a lot of money. I believe this one right here, if you're new to RVing and you don't want to risk the money, you know, you buy a new one, you drive it off a new dealer's lot, you lost 30%. I don't care what you paid for it. You lost 30+% in that 2 minutes it took you to cross that dealer's line and go down the road. In other words, folks, if you bought this thing brand new, you drove it 50 feet down the road, turned around, brought it back, told the dealer you changed your mind, you want to sell it back to them, you lost about $30,000+ in those 2 minutes it took you to do that. In other words, you lost enough on it to buy this one free and clear and still have cash left in your pocket. Sad, but I see it every day, folks. You never want to buy one of these new. The depreciation will absolutely kill you. But anyway, it's a nice motorhome. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's nice. It's nicer than, yeah, it's probably going to be nicer than any other 2000 model you see in this price range with 2 slides and low miles. Give us a call, 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. We are one of the largest, oldest, and most successful independently owned, family-owned, and operated used RV dealerships in the country today. We've been in business since 1968. We sell 500 to 600 used RVs a year, which is a lot. We have over 170 used units in our lot right now for sale, more than any dealer within a 500-mile radius of us. And our prices are the lowest on the internet, because obviously if our prices weren't lower than everybody else, we wouldn't sell so many a year. Our prices are haggle free, so that means you don't have to spend days going back and forth negotiating. They're out, and more importantly, they're out the door prices. You go to these other dealerships, they may have, of course, they're going to ask another $10,000 for this motorhome. I've seen them online for $35,000, and not near as nice a condition as this one is. And they're going to hit you up with dock fees and prep fees and freight fees and processing fees and get ready fees and tag fees, title fees, temp tag fees. And the average RV dealer has a 10% in fees that they add to the asking price. And all those fees are 100% dealer profit, 100% unnecessary to purchase a used or new RV. Just a way for them to scam you out of more money by disguising the extra profit as fees. Don't pay anything, folks, but the sales price and sales tax. Our prices are out the door. In other words, $24,900 is what you pay. There's no haggling, no negotiating. It's $24,900. You know, we will come off the price if you just want to come get it and drive it off the lot, which is how we've got it. You know, we don't get a warranty or inspection when we buy one or trade for one. So if you want to buy it like we do, folks, we will discount the price, give you the keys, give you your title, and you take it on down the road. And if there's anything good or bad, or that's just, you get both of it. But there's no fees, No games, no gimmicks. We're straightforward. You know what the price is before you come look at it or before you buy it. That's what it is. Now, we do have to charge sales tax if you're a Georgia resident, because we're a licensed, bonded, and insured Georgia RV dealer for almost 50 years. We are an authorized tax collector for the state of Georgia. So that means we do have to collect sales tax, or what they call TAVT tax in Georgia. If you're from out of state, like most of our buyers are, you'll simply sign a form here. You'll pay your sales tax when you tag and title this motor home at your local DMV office in your home state. We give you a 45-day temporary tag. You get a full walkthrough by one of our RV techs that will answer all your questions, show you how to operate this motor home, show you everything works on it. Excuse me. You get a free starter kit, instructional DVDs, and more, all for under $25,000 out the door. So give us a call. Email us, sales@parkwayrvcenter.com. You can go to our website, parkwayrvcenter.com. We're on Twitter, Instagram. Like this video on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll get emails every time I post a video, and you never know, you might see just the perfect motorhome you like, and you get a chance to get it for anybody else does. I advertise on eBay, RV Trader, RVT, RV USA, and over 20 of the most popular RV for sale websites on the internet. So hundreds of people are going to watch this video in the next 24 hours. Thousands of people will read the ad. Somebody's going to buy this motorhome. I put 2 videos on. Today's Monday. I put 2 videos on Saturday. Already sold one of them, and the other one will probably be sold by the end of the day today. So no commission salespeople, no games, no gimmicks, just honest savings, nice motorhomes, and the best selection you're going to find anywhere. We sell them all over the country, folks. We've sold them all over the world. We've sold them to Canada, England, Italy, Australia. We've sold to all 50 states, including Alaska and Hawaii and more. So you're never too far away for us to save you some money. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.